Hi everyone, I'm Becky, your APS Employee Wellness Coordinator. It's time for our stretch break. And if you notice, I've been kind of cleaning up my office. You can see the boxes in the background. So come on by if you want some free swag. And I hope you all are doing well. We're officially into school. So it's time for your posture break. We're going to kind of work on pulling back the posture and lifting the ribs from the hips so we can kind of get more oxygen. Because we sort of don't realize through our busy day how we slump and lose that ability to really expand our diaphragm. So we're going to work a little bit on that today. So first, what I would like for you to do is kind of take your hands on your tummy and your thumb to your rib, your pinky to your hip. So you're going to kind of feel how that's expanded. So we want to find neutral spine. So you want to just kind of bring your fingertips together and you want to have that thumb on the rib, pinky down toward the hips, and pull the shoulders down and back. And so when you do that, you have this palm width space, most of us, to kind of feel the separation between the rib and the hip. And that's what you want to feel, a little bit of separation. So when we're slouched, you can kind of feel there's a little bit of a gathering down there. And so when we bring it up and pull the shoulders down, you can feel that there's some space and you have a little bit of space through the rib and the hip. And so now we're just going to inhale and feel the expansion of the diaphragm. So inhale and lift the shoulders. And exhale and bring it down. Good, that feels good. Just that one breath, it's amazing. Let's do it again. Inhale and hold it. So inhale. Now hold. Exhale. This time, focus on feeling that rib cage just expand out just a little bit as you inhale. And exhale. And we feel it in. Good. Now we're just going to release. Now that we've kind of felt this separation, we're just going to bring it in and lift the shoulders down and back. And if you're really tight through that shoulder girdle and through the sling, it's hard to do the shoulder roll. So that's your first indication that you need to do more of this work that we're going to have today. Okay, because I see it all the time in the classes that I teach, the inability for people to actually roll the shoulders. And so it's okay. It's something that you can get back. It's not something that's lost forever. So it just takes a little intentionality to work on this golder shoulder and girdle move. I just sort of combined those. It's a new word. I made it up just now. Inhale, reach up, and exhale down. Okay, so now let's just take your right arm, left arm, doesn't matter which one, open and circle. So this is your first level here. You're just going to bring that thumb up, and then as you come up toward that shoulder, just open it just a little bit and feel how it opens through the chest and the anterior deltoid. Just a nice little roll. So we're just trying to get a little bit more mobility, and you want a nice long straight arm. Let's do that one more time. Good. Now let's try the other side. Thumb, and then as you come up toward that shoulder, you sort of open out. It's almost like a backstroke. Almost, not technically correct on the backstroke, but you know what I mean. So you want to have a little bit of an opening through that palm out. Good. Let's do 2 more times on that side. So just feeling the open, it feels so good. So we're just getting a little bit of the posture correctors. Now we're going to reach both arms center and open. Now you should feel the shoulder blades come together here without having to arch. So we got to keep, again, the neutral spine. Neutral spine is a neutral pelvis. So when we come up and we open, you want the middle back to engage without the low back arching. Okay, good. So we're going to do it again. Open. So it just seems so simple, but honestly, I can tell you, don't negate the basics and the simplicity of some of these moves because they're the best ones. It's like people sometimes have this perception that, certain things have to be hard, but it really doesn't. Reach it all up, then down halfway. You're going to fold in and open, just in and open, then up. Now we're going to do the W down. So these are all posture moves. W down. We're W and down. Now reach up, take it to that T, bring it in. So these are just beautiful, simple moves anybody can do to start working through that shoulder girdle and bring our posture back into that nice neutral stance. And, again, simplicity. It's the beauty and simplicity. Bring it all down and now roll the shoulders. Good. The beauty in that is that it doesn't have to be hard for it to be effective. Now we're going to reach up and we're going to take it down halfway. Now we're just going to do the opposite. I'm going to roll in interlock that finger, push out. And so now we're going to separate the shoulder blade. We're actually now asking the pelvic to tilt in, separate the shoulder blade so you can feel the pull away from the spine. And then we're going to reach up, take it out to the Y and pull down into that W. Reach out to the T, just take it in and open. Reach it up to the Y, pull down into that T or that W, sorry, and then reach up to, and then down to the T. Now fold in, fold. Nice. This one has an intentional pelvic tilt. And then we reach up and down and shoulder roll. Good. So great. So, you can be at your desk seated or standing and just get that nice little refresher. I love it. So now we're going to go to our surface. Hands are nice and open. Open surface. You can do this on the floor or do it with a stable chair, bench, table, but just make sure it's stable. And then we're going to take it out to that modified plank. So we roll the shoulders down. We just worked on that shoulder roll. Push through the surface so you have a long, strong arm. So no willy-nilly arms. We want to really pull it down and then brace the midsection and push back. This is that modified down dog. Do this at your desk when you're feeling a little tight. Now, just relax it back, pull into the navel, lengthen out that spine, and then we roll up through just like what we just did, tilting the pelvis, pulling the shoulder blades away, and then we roll through the girdle and push. Nice. Now, just because we're here and it's always a good thing to do, you're going to just practice your push-up. So we just lower the body as one unit and push it away. A push-up is a plank in motion. That's all it is. And so you keep it nice and tight. Your stomach, I always say, tighten your butt and your gut. When you do a push-up, you just want to keep it nice and tight. And then we push back into that modified down dog. Really reach, push through the tailbone. And you can get more leverage by pressing the palms through your surface. Now we're going to do that little roll again. So loosen the knees, brace the midsection, pull your pelvis in, separate that shoulder blade, ripple like a wave, and then pull the shoulders back, push through the surface, and then lower the body as one unit. Now, as you do this, you want to keep your body nice and strong and tight and keep your shoulders down. So we know if our neck and our traps are going to overwork here if you're doing a push-up like this. Okay, so you want to pull it down and do your push-up through here. And that's going to get your triceps, your chest, and your, it's a great move for shoulders, front of the body, shoulders, anterior delts, chest, and the triceps, elbows in. Push back. But if we're not as strong in those areas, our body will take the path of least resistance. That's what our body is very good at doing. And we don't want to take the path of least resistance all the time. Sometimes we got to do a little bit hard. So we're going to roll it through, corkscrew. Good. Now take one leg or the other. Just take it forward. The other leg back. Now we're going to reach up. Good. Now, that move that we just did, I'm going to face you, heel down and back. So we're really kind of in that warrior one pose. So if you want to have a little tilt back, you can be in the crescent, or you can just kind of take it to that warrior one. We're up here high. We're going to come up in the W, toe, our heel up and back, and then bring it down. So we're just coming up on the toe, W. So again, posture corrector. Okay. So we're just taking that arm movement. I'm going to kind of add to this. So now I'm going to bring it into the W. I'm going to take it out to the T. I'm going to roll it in, open, and bring it up. So heels down and back. So feel that calf stretching back. Let's try it again. Come up on the toe and back, pull in the W. Take those arms out. Now really pull the chest open, and then we're going to roll, open, and down. You feel that? So good. Let's do it one more time. Up on the toe, W. Just take it out, roll, back to the T, and then down. Good job. Now come back to your surface. Brace the midsection. Roll the shoulders down. Nice long body. Push it back. Just loosen up those knees. Roll your back like a cat. Feel how good that feels. Roll the shoulders. Again, a couple of push-ups, always good. Keep the shoulders down. It's the hardest thing, I know. Sometimes it's really difficult, but when you change the surface, it gives your body a chance to adjust and adapt. Push back. So while you might have a goal to do a full body push-up on the floor, that's awesome. You always have to start somewhere. So now we're going to take the other leg in front. So I'm going to face you. Good. Reach up. Nice. So I'm going to come up on the toe. I'm going to bring it into that W. I'm going to reach. I'm going to roll, bending the knee. Open. Heel down, arms up. Feel the stretch in the calf. Brace the midsection so our back doesn't arch. So I'm going to come up into the W, reach out, roll in, open, and down. Do it again. Pull, reach, roll, open, and down. One more time. Pull, reach. Nice posture corrector right here. Down. Good. And then we bring it in, step in. One more breath. Reach. Exhale. Big shoulder roll. Ah, good job. That felt so good. Nice little movement break. It's always good to take some time to kind of lift the ribs from the hips when you're in a seated position. Take some time to be intentional about that. Just lift your posture up. You'll be surprised how much better you feel because you're getting more oxygen to your body. So we get sleepy sometimes because we're shallow breathing and we're sitting like this. So when we pull it up and start taking some big, deep, intentional breaths, we're getting more oxygen through our body. It wakes us up. It freshens up the brain. And speaking of the brain, we are in our Thrive in 2025 Reclaiming Health and Harmony initiative, and we started our Mental Energy Wellspring. While the Mental Energy Wellspring kind of comprises our productivity, task mastering, task shifting, our ability for productive scheduling and things like that, that's all good. But we're focusing, and as we start this, is really on how our brain works. Our Mental Energy Wellspring and how we can keep our prefrontal cortex, rational brain on and energized through the day while keeping our amygdala irrational kind of reactional emotional brain at bay. Our prefrontal cortex is the one that moderates that amygdala as we kind of are filtering through different things through the day. But when we get sleepy and tired, or we have an overload of stress and we haven't had some good nutrition to keep our brain quote unquote on, that amygdala tends to kind of take over, or our prefrontal cortex can't always regulate that emotion that wants to take over and keep it kind of at bay so that we're able to moderate different things as we go through our day. That's our mental energy wellspring. Sometimes we don't think of it quite like that, but that's how we're starting, because I want you to consider how different factors play into our mental energy and why sometimes we just go through the day and allow workplace obstacles to overtake our mind state and our emotions. And that's when we pop off and stress guilty. That's when we kind of do or say things that are reactionary versus being a little bit more proactive and stepping back and taking a pause. Because when we haven't given our brain a chance to maintain that steady energy, a lot of things can happen. As we've talked about over this last few years, when people are more reactionary and we react and respond in ways that we regret later. And it starts in the brain. So that's how we're starting the Mental Energy Wellspring. So if you want to participate in our Thrive activities, they're all on Wellness at Work, and you can find out how to join that in the August Wellness newsletter. That's on www.aps.edu/wellness. I'll put all the information down below. But you can always do well-being your way. We offer just a suite of awesome solutions for you wherever you are and whatever you feel like you need. So take some time to look at what we're offering. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me, and I'll put that information in the description as well. Thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful, blessed day, and stay safe out there.